Get ready to uncover 3 ultra-rare quarters worth hundreds of thousands, even millions. From the iconic Washington Quarter to the legendary 1976 Bicentennial and the elusive 1999 Connecticut Quarter, these coins have hidden errors and mint secrets that could make you rich. Watch till the end, you might have one. Chapter 1: Why 1967 was a critical year in U.S. coin history. The year 1967 wasn't just another year in American coinage. It was part of a transitional era for the U.S. Mint. Just 2 years earlier, in 1965, the Mint had removed silver from quarters and dimes due to rising silver prices and hoarding. From 1965 to 1967, no mint marks were used on any coins. The government did this to discourage people from collecting coins based on where they were made. As a result, all 1967 quarters look nearly identical, but some have secrets. Chapter 2: Composition and Design of the 1967 Quarter. The 1967 quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington on the obverse, designed by John Flanagan. The reverse shows the iconic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows. Key features: no mint mark. Weight, 5.67 grams, copper nickel clad. Diameter, 24.3 millimeters. Edge, reeded. But while the design may be standard, it's the minting errors and transitional quirks that launched the value of some 1967 quarters into the stratosphere. Chapter 3: Ultra-rare errors worth big money. Here's where things get exciting. Several extremely rare errors from 1967 have sold for 5-figure and even 6-figure sums. Let's break them down. 1. 1967 quarter struck on a silver planchet, $85,000 plus. Yes, silver was removed from quarters in 1965, but a few silver planchets mistakenly got used for 1967 quarters. These are not supposed to exist, making them incredibly rare and valuable. One such coin was authenticated and sold at auction for nearly $85,000, and experts believe others are still out there. These coins weigh about 6.25 grams instead of the standard 5.67. 2. Off-metal strikes, $10,000 to $30,000. Some 1967 quarters were accidentally struck on planchets meant for other denominations, like nickels, dimes, or foreign coins. These are called off-metal errors. One confirmed 1967 quarter struck on a dime planchet sold for $12,500, and another on a cent planchet brought in $9,000. 3. Double strikes, broad strikes, and clipped planchets, $1,000 to $7,500. These striking errors occur when coins are misaligned, struck more than once, or when the planchet is cut incorrectly. While more common than silver planchet errors, pristine examples still fetch thousands of dollars from eager collectors. Chapter 4: How to Identify a Rare 1967 Quarter. So, how do you know if you're holding a winner? Here's what to check. Weight: use a precision scale. If your 1967 quarter weighs around 6.25 grams, it could be a silver planchet error. Edge: check for a full silver edge. Normal 1967 quarters will show a copper line on the edge, silver ones do not. Sound test: tap the coin gently. Silver coins make a distinctive high-pitched ring compared to clad coins. Visual inspection: look for broad strikes, flattened edges. Missing details, doubling, or unusual planchet shapes. Still unsure? Submit your coin to PCGS or NGC for authentication. A graded and verified rare coin multiplies in value instantly. Chapter 5: Recent Sales and Market Value. Let's take a look at actual sales. 1967 quarter on silver planchet, PCGS -55 Australian dollars to $85,000. 1967 quarter on dime planchet, MS 63, $12,500. 1967 quarter broad strike error, MS 64, $3,200. 1967 clipped planchet quarter, negative 58 Australian dollars to $1,800. These aren't rumors. These are real auction results, with real buyers, real collectors, and real life-changing payouts. And because so many 1967 quarters are still in circulation, experts believe more rare ones are waiting to be discovered. Chapter 6: Why Collectors Love the 1967 Quarter. The 1967 quarter isn't just another old coin. Here's why collectors chase it. No mint marks, every coin looks nearly identical, adding to the thrill of the hunt. Transitional year errors, these minting mistakes are incredibly scarce. Modern yet rare, unlike 1800s coins, these can still show up in change or rolls. Silver planchet errors, the ghosts of a previous era, and nearly priceless. Plus, the market is booming. With more collectors joining the hobby every year, prices are on the rise, and that means your quarter could become more valuable with time. Final chapter: you could be holding a fortune. Imagine this: you're sorting through an old coin jar, and a 1967 quarter catches your eye. You weigh it, 6.25 grams. You notice the edge, no copper stripe. You tap it, it rings like a bell. You send it off to be graded. A month later, the news comes in: it's a silver planchet error. And just like that, a coin you thought was worth 25 cents is now worth $75,000, $100,000, maybe more. This is no fantasy, this is real life. These quarters have been found by regular people just like you. And if you're watching this video, you already have the knowledge to look. Chapter 1: The Birth of the Bicentennial Quarter. In 1976, the United States celebrated its 200th year of independence, the bicentennial. To honor this momentous occasion, the U.S. Mint did something unprecedented. They created a special reverse design for the Washington Quarter, featuring a colonial drummer, 13 stars, and a torch to symbolize freedom and unity. The obverse remained the same, showing George Washington, but with a twist: the date below read 1776 to 1976. Millions were minted, but only a handful contain errors or varieties so rare that collectors will pay a fortune to own them. Chapter 2: The Minted Variants. There were three main types of bicentennial quarters minted. Clad circulation strike, copper-nickel, minted in Philadelphia and Denver, no silver content, used in everyday circulation. 40% silver uncirculated, sold in special sets by the mint, with higher quality strikes and a silver-copper blend. 40% silver proof, beautiful mirror-like finish, intended for collectors, part of limited edition proof sets. Out of over 1.6 billion bicentennial quarters minted, the majority were standard-clad coins. But it's the rare silver ones, and especially those with striking errors or misstruck planchets, that are worth serious money. Chapter 3: Rare Errors Worth a Fortune. This is where things get exciting. Some bicentennial quarters were minted in error or under unusual conditions. These rare coins have broken records at auctions. 1. Double die obverse, DDO, $10,000 plus. Some 1976 quarters show doubling on the date, lettering, or liberty, especially on the "In God We Trust." These errors are known as double die obverse coins. High-grade examples certified by PCGS or NGC have sold for over $10,000. 2. Off-center strikes, $5,000 to $15,000. A few bicentennial quarters were struck way off-center, resulting in missing parts of the design and a skewed image. The more dramatic the error, the higher the value. One pristine example sold for over $12,000 at auction. 3. Silver planchet errors, up to $100,000 plus. Here's the big one. Some quarters meant to be struck on copper-nickel planchets were accidentally struck on silver blanks. These transitional planchet errors are incredibly rare. In one verified case, a bicentennial quarter struck on a silver planchet, graded MS-68, sold for $120,000. And some experts believe there are more still out there in circulation. Chapter 4, How to Spot a Rare Bicentennial Quarter. Don't just look at the date, pay close attention to the following. Check the edge. Silver quarters will not show a copper line on the edge. A solid silver appearance is a major clue. Weight matters. A silver bicentennial quarter weighs about 5.75 grams, while a standard copper-nickel one weighs about 5.67 grams. Use a digital scale. Look for doubling. Use a magnifier or loupe to inspect the words, Liberty, In God We Trust, and the date. Off-center or misaligned design. These coins are highly collectible, especially in uncirculated condition. Always consider sending your coin to NGC or PCGS for professional grading and authentication. It can skyrocket the value. Chapter 5, Real Auction Prices, Proof that these coins sell. Let's look at some jaw-dropping actual sales. Silver Bicentennial Quarter, MS 68, $120,000. Double Die Obverse, DDO, $10,500. Off-center strike, graded MS, $13,000. Full step drummer design, silver, graded PR 70 DCAM, $9,800. Struck on 1 cent planchet, $17,500. And those numbers are just scratching the surface. As demand for rare coins grows, so do the prices, and the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter continues to surge in value. Chapter 6, What makes these coins so desirable? Several factors explain why collectors go crazy for this quarter. Historic significance, it marks America's 200th birthday. Unique design, the special drummer design only appeared for this 1 year. Short-term silver production, silver versions were only available in limited sets. Ultra-rare errors, misstrikes and planchet errors from this year are some of the most valuable in modern U.S. coinage. High-grade rarity, finding these in MS 68 or higher is exceptionally rare. Chapter 7, Could you be holding one? Here's the best part, these quarters are still out there. In pocket change, coin jars, old bank rolls, estate sales, even tucked away in boxes from your grandparents. Most people have no idea what to look for, which is why you now have an advantage. With this knowledge, you can start checking your quarters and maybe find a life-changing treasure. Final words, don't let this opportunity slip away. Imagine finding one of these quarters today. You send it off to be graded, and a few weeks later, you're holding a certified $100,000 coin. No lottery ticket. No scratch-off. Just a quarter. A small slice of American history with enormous value. These coins are real. The prices are real. And the next rare bicentennial quarter could be sitting in your home right now. Chapter 1, The State Quarters Revolution begins. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched one of the most ambitious and widely collected coin programs in American history, the 50 State Quarters program. It was a bold move to release unique reverse designs for each of the 50 U.S. states over a 10-year period, and collectors everywhere were hooked. The fifth and final quarter released in the program's debut year was none other than Connecticut, featuring the legendary charter oak tree, a powerful symbol of independence and resilience. This specific coin was minted in 2 locations. Philadelphia, P. Mint Mark. Denver, D. Mint Mark. Chapter 2, The Story Behind the Design, the Charter Oak. The 1999 Connecticut Quarter's design is truly iconic. It depicts the famous charter oak, a legendary tree in which Connecticut's royal charter was hidden in 1687 to prevent it from being taken by the British. The tree itself stood for over 600 years until a storm felled it in 1856. But its symbolism, freedom, defiance, and American identity, lives on. When the U.S. Mint selected this design, it wasn't just about a tree, it was about deep roots in history, both literally and figuratively. Chapter 3, What makes the 1999 Connecticut Quarter so valuable? Now let's get into the juicy part. Why is this quarter worth so much? While the 1999 Connecticut Quarter is common in general circulation, specific varieties and errors have made a few of them ultra-rare and highly valuable. Here's what collectors and investors are looking for. 1. Struck on the wrong planchet, $25,000 to $75,000 plus. Some quarters were accidentally struck on planchets intended for other coins, like dimes or foreign currency. For example, a 1999 Connecticut Quarter struck on a 10-cent dime planchet sold for over $25,000. Others struck on experimental metal planchets or transitional stock have reached upwards of $75,000 at auction. 2. Double strikes and off-center errors, $5,000 to $20,000. Misaligned or double-struck coins are extremely rare. If you find a Connecticut Quarter with a clear double image, or one that was struck off-center, with part of the design missing, you might be holding a small fortune. Some of these error coins, especially those still in mint state, MS 65 or higher, have sold for $10,000 to $20,000. 3. High-grade mint state and proof coins, $1,000 to $15,000 plus. Even without dramatic errors, top-grade 1999 Connecticut Quarters are worth big money. Why? Because coins from 1999 were the first run of the state quarters program, and many were heavily circulated. Finding one that's nearly perfect, with a grade of MS 67, MS 68, or higher, is extremely rare. An MS 68 Connecticut Quarter with a Denver Mint mark has been known to sell for over $10,000, and experts say the next MS 69 could break six figures in value. Chapter 4, Real Auction Sales, Proof these coins are valuable. Let's look at some actual sales that show just how hot these quarters really are. Off-center or misaligned design, these coins are highly collectible, especially in uncirculated condition. Always consider sending your coin to NGC or PCGS for professional grading and authentication, it can skyrocket the value. Chapter 5, Real Auction Prices, Proof that these coins sell. Let's look at some jaw-dropping actual sales. Silver Bicentennial Quarter, MS 68, $120,000. Double Die Obverse, DDO, $10,500. Off-center strike, graded MS, $13,000. Full step drummer design, silver, graded PR 70 DCAM, $9,800. Struck on 1-cent planchet, $17,500. And those numbers are just scratching the surface. As demand for rare coins grows, so do the prices, and the 1976 Bicentennial Quarter continues to surge in value. Chapter 6, What makes these coins so desirable? Several factors explain why collectors go crazy for this quarter. Historic significance, it marks America's 200th birthday. Unique design, the special drummer design only appeared for this 1 year. Short-term silver production, silver versions were only available in limited sets. Ultra-rare errors, misstrikes and planchet errors from this year are some of the most valuable in modern U.S. coinage. High-grade rarity, finding these in MS 68 or higher is exceptionally rare. Chapter 7, Could you be holding one? Here's the best part, these quarters are still out there. In pocket change, coin jars, old bank rolls, estate sales, even tucked away in boxes from your grandparents. Most people have no idea what to look for, which is why you now have an advantage. With this knowledge, you can start checking your quarters and maybe find a life-changing treasure. Final words, don't let this opportunity slip away. Imagine finding one of these quarters today. You send it off to be graded, and a few weeks later, you're holding a certified $100,000 coin. No lottery ticket. No scratch-off. Just a quarter. A small slice of American history with enormous value. These coins are real. The prices are real. And the next rare Bicentennial Quarter could be sitting in your home right now.